I'm gonna want to hold you. I'm gonna want to kiss you. I'm gonna want to rub you. I'm gonna want to do different things. I'm gonna want to lick you. I'm gonna want to taste you. I'm gonna want to grab you. I'm gonna want to squeeze you. I'm not gonna want to just all the time. I've been in that mindset. That's a dark mindset, because you're telling that person that I don't really connect with. I really shouldn't be connecting with you like this. But let's partially connect. Let's experience a piece of each other. Let's just get the pleasure out of it. Let's just get one thing out of it. Let's just satisfy one or two chakras, if that, temporarily, and then let's go about our business. I'm not with that. I want a whole connection. I want a whole connection with a woman. So if I'm having sex with a woman, I want to understand that, hey, this is major. We can create life with this. I'm putting my life force into you, and if I can't do that, I'd rather not have sex.
All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. If you got, stay strapped before you die smoking. All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. Ain't no competition, I'm God's chosen. All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. If you got, stay strapped before you die smoking. All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. Ain't no competition, I'm God's chosen. I can't hide my face.
Peace, love, life, and balance. Welcome to Universoulifebalance, Universoul. I'm your host, Chief Jamal Cannon, coming to you. You see the topic of the video, we're gonna hop right into it. First off, if you're not subscribed and you're missing out, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button to stay up to date with all the latest content, bring you the most balanced content in this world full of extremes and extreme toxic energies. We're bringing you pure energy, pure truth, pure true human revelation. So you see the topic of the video, what we're talking about right here. The importance of sexual energy exchange. Know who you sex. You are who you sex. Okay, you are who you sex. Understanding the importance of sexual energy. So let me get into a few topics here. So the reason it is important to understand what you're doing is because we are living in a value-based society, and it's always been that way. Society moves and functions based off what it values. Whatever it values the most, or even the least, that is what will be reflective as far as the way the people are stirred and moved. So the powers that be, understand deeply everything that's knowledgeable, that's talked about, that you think that you found that's new, it's been around for thousands of years. It's just with the internet, we have more access to information and more access to knowledge. So you are seeing and learning things that have always been around. When we talk about semen retention, things of that nature, meditation, yoga, things like that, spiritual aspects of who we are as far as identity, things of that nature. Those things have always been true. The difference is that you're finding them out. And what you need to take a look at in the balance of that is that how sex is treated in society versus what it really is and how it is valued. The thing about sex is this. Sex is the baseline in which we all are creating. It is the creation power as humans that we have. It is also a pleasurable thing, very pleasurable thing. It is also a way in which economy works, a way in which our self-esteem works. A lot of things that we base ourselves off of is based upon our sexual marketplace value, how we are satisfied sexually. People divorce all the time because they're not satisfied sexually. You will see statistics that say finances or this or that nature. But if people were truly honest, I would guarantee that a lot of divorces, if not more, probably I would say more, happen because the people are not sexually satisfied, they're not sexually aligned. And a lot of times we take sex as taboo. We look at the sexual satisfaction as taboo, or is that we laugh at it, we joke at it. I believe, in my personal opinion, we don't take it seriously enough. I've experienced myself not taking it seriously enough or not understanding it fully, because the society in which we live in, especially if you live in a Western society, it is pushed on you. You are over-sexualized, where you're desensitized, where you feel that it's normal, that you feel sex is looked at as transactional. Especially if you're a young man, you looked at the more sex you have, the more status you may have, the more ability, man. Some of that is true, but it's not about the sex. It's about the position of women in your life, the number of women in your life that impact your life. As a man, as a woman, you kind of value of being able to keep one man for the most part and not having a high sexual body count. And there's reasons for that, and we'll get into that. And I did a video previously about sexual body count doesn't matter. You can reference back to that video. It kind of gets more in detail about that aspect. But what I want to talk about is the energy exchange. Understanding your energy. Your sexual energy is everything. It is the most important thing on how you're going to be able to interact and balance your life. You can either take that energy and use it for other things and store it within yourself, or you can take that energy, combine it with someone else and make a greater energy. But if there's not someone you can make a greater energy with, you should not be giving that energy out. And if you are not aligned, then even if that person is for you or has good energy, then it will be a waste. Because in order for a sexual energy exchange to function properly, everything has to be in alignment. We talk all the time about 7 chakras, dealing with that. And a lot of times when we deal with situations, when we deal with different situations, when we deal with different people, we don't understand how that plays. We don't understand that if we are not properly aligned, that when we exchange with these people, we're not only going to inflict what we have on them, but we're going to take in what they have on us, okay? And even when you're aligned and you have sex with somebody who's not aligned, you can fall out of alignment. We've all been there, especially us men, because in our semen, there's literal life in our semen. It's life in that semen, it's seed in that semen. But in addition to that, we have nutrients in that. We have all types of things. We literally put health and life into a woman. So as a man, when you come inside a woman, even if you have a condom on, yes, even if you have a condom on, you're just mitigating some of it, but it's still happening. When you put in life inside a woman, you have to understand, are you investing that life into someone who is worthy of that life you're giving as a woman? Is this man worthy of taking his life and his life source inside me? Do I want that energy inside me? Okay? Because a lot of times when we have sex, we are so caught up with just getting to our third chakra, all right? Get into our pleasure, get into our solar plexus, dealing with the root, dealing with the sacral. That's as far as we get. Some of us don't even get past the root or the sacral. But usually when you're just having sex with somebody and you haven't gotten to know them, or you don't feel that connection instantly, because I do believe you can connect instantly with people if you're spiritually aligned. You don't have the same process as someone who's not. You're more sensual to what's going on around you. And connection can happen. It does happen. But to say it can't happen would be silly when there's millions of people who lived on this earth who connected instantly and was perfectly fine. It's really about where those people are at. No matter what the timing is helpful in finding that information out if you don't feel it, or if you don't know it, or if you feel it but you want to confirm it. There's never nothing wrong with taking the time to confirm or feel something out. Unless you feel like there's a time constraint, there's never nothing wrong. What you have to understand is that we are what is around us. We are also what we intake and what we exchange. When you're dealing with someone who is not on your level, or on a level you don't want to be on, or you're not sure about, or you're not feeling, even if that was not true, the power of thought, we are what we think and we project what we think. The power of thought, you will manifest whatever you believe. That's why you shouldn't just sleep with someone and say, oh, I'm going to get a nut. Oh, I'm just going to do this to get a nut, or I'm just doing this because I want to get off. What that's showing is that you are out of alignment. When you are not in control of your sexual prowess, when you are not in control of your sexual urges, you are automatically not in alignment, because you have not found peace with yourself to take that energy and use it for other things. That energy inside you for sex is not just meant for just sex, it's to manifest. It's to be creative. It's to have peace. It's to have peace of mind. It's to be able to have a sound mind to influence others. It's your intellect. It is also your emotional state, how you handle your emotions. If you're a man, do you properly deal with your emotions? If you're a woman, do you properly deal with your emotions? It's everything. And the reason society over-sexualizes us, to try to push porn down our throat, try to do this, because the powers that be understand that if we master our sexual energy, if we control it, we're going to be able to think better. Our pineal gland, when we get all the way up to our pineal gland, and in our crown, which is our crown, our seventh chakra, when we elevate all the way up to that, and we're able to keep that in line and keep that clean and keep that progressing and keep that open, keep that third eye open. We're able to do that. We're able to not be ruled by extremes. And that's what this channel is about, being balanced. We're able to have complete balance, and we're not in need. You're not sitting waiting for a stimulus. You're not sitting waiting to get no shot or nothing like that because you feel unsafe or you feel that. You protect yourself. Your healing is within your sexual energy is healing as well. Literally, the fluids that are in your body are to heal your body. The Creator gave you everything you need inside you to heal yourself. And the herbs around you are to help, are to medicate that healing. But you actually have more healing power and energy within you, within yourself, within your semen. Your semen as a man is huge. I'm in the process of teaching my sons that. I have a son now who's older, he's getting older. And I stress this to him over and over because I didn't understand that or know that. I was caught up in just trying to get enough. I was caught up in the pleasure part. That's why I say a lot of us don't make it past that third chakra. And when you name a line, and you try to align with somebody, you only looking to get to that second, third level, then guess what? You fall right back down again. You lose even that. And now you're back on the market. You're back trying to reinvest and connect with another person and exchange with another person. And you create a cycle of never getting aligned. You are in fact putting blocks to your alignment. You are in fact now putting obstacles to you getting to where you have to be at. You should not have sex with somebody if you are not aligned. If you are not able to pour life into that person. If you still have issues and you still have insecurities and you still have things that you need to deal with, you need therapy for, you need healing or counseling for, you are not in a fit, right state to be sexually active, because you are going to give that same energy to that person, and you could be leading that person off, and then in turn karma will come back on you. And that's why a lot of you, if you notice people that are hyperly sexual, that don't have their sex drive under control, even whether they have money or not, you'll see instability in their life because they cannot stabilize properly, because they have not taken the time to properly align their energy. They think that because they experience certain good emotions, which I'm gonna do a video. I did a video on emotions. I'm going to share it with you guys. I'm going to do another one on it because a lot of you guys get affection and emotions confused. Emotions are very dangerous. Okay, human affection is great, but emotions are a different thing. All right. The word emotions, I'm going to give you, you got to understand it's a new speech. When you look up definitions, a lot of times they don't give you the actual definition. It gives you a version of a definition, but not the intentional definition. The word emotion truly means is that to take motions without, take motions, to externalize motion. When you take a motion, you make a move without thought. External motions without thought. All right, emotions, external motions. All right, there's no internal thinking before you do it. That's why it's an emotion. It's an ejection of what you want to motion and do. That is not good. That's rarely good. I'm not saying it can be, but that is rarely good. So when you don't have that in check, when you don't have your peace, when you have issues that you have, maybe you had past situations where you haven't been healed from, past hurt. You don't truly understand what love is. A lot of y'all don't know what love actually really is. Someone asks you what love is, you give all these definitions that don't fit what it is. All right? A lot of y'all don't know what it is, and that's a teaser, because I'm gonna do a video on what love is, and I want y'all to make sure y'all look out for it. I'm gonna do it soon. Do what love actually is, okay? A lot of y'all don't even know what love is. So you can't even love yourself. You don't even have the love for yourself and the appreciation for yourself. And giving your sexual energy out all over the place, or with no control or no variation or no thought, shows a lack of love for yourself. It shows that you don't love or care enough for yourself to properly protect your energy, to protect your life source. That's what that shows. So understand that when we having sex, it's a lot of things going on. First off, when you have sex with someone and they tell you, I'm not affectionate, I don't want to hug. If a woman says, I don't want to hug, I don't want to kiss, I just want to get pounded out. Look, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with flipping positions, pounding you out here and there, but I'm going to want to be, if I can't be intimate with you, then I don't want to connect with you at all, because that's the whole experience. I don't want to pervert that experience. I may want to do certain things temporarily, or like in a position or whatever, so you can feel different ways and experience different ways of how we feel and connect. But I'm gonna want to hold you. I'm gonna want to kiss you. I'm gonna want to rub you. I'm gonna want to do different things. I'm gonna want to lick you. I'm gonna want to taste you. I'm gonna want to grab you. I'm gonna want to squeeze you. I'm not gonna want to just all the time. I've been in that mindset. That's a dark mindset, because you're telling that person that I don't really connect with. I really shouldn't be connecting with you like this. But let's partially connect. Let's experience a piece of each other. Let's just get the pleasure out of it. Let's just get one thing out of it. Let's just satisfy one or two chakras, if that, temporarily, and then let's go about our business. I'm not with that. I want a whole connection. I want a whole connection with a woman. So if I'm having sex with a woman, I want to understand that, hey, this is major. We can create life with this. I'm inputting my life force with you. And if I can't do that, I'd rather not have sex. That's why I practice semen retention. I didn't say I don't have sex. I said I practice semen retention. Because you got to be careful who you give your life out to. You got to be careful who you give your life force out to. Especially as men. We devalue ourselves. We'll put our life force on a magazine. On a napkin. Or in women who are not worthy. And then we're destroying these women because these women are we getting the energy exchange as men, but we're not taking on the DNA that a woman is taking on. We're not taking on all of the DNA strands and the different types of risks you can take, the different types of diseases you can take, the different types of pretty much anything a man dealing with. A woman could take that in, and he cannot even be dealing with any of that. But her body can take those fluids and react and make their own reactions off of it that the man ain't even dealing with, just by that man's fluids, because it's a spiritual reason behind that manifestation as well. All right, it's not something you should take lightly. All right, I'm not big. Listen, I always say, whenever you feel aligned, that's when you have sex with someone. Don't put a time for it, because sometimes you can take too long and miss a connection. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. Sometimes it may be time. The timing of sex doesn't happen there's no set time. Somebody's trying to give you a set time, or this amount of days, or that amount. It's no set time. It can be years. It can be days. It can be months. You don't go by the physical time. You go by alignment. You go by markers. You go by healing. Can you provide healing to each other, or are y'all already healed? Sometimes you do it to fill each other in. Sometimes a good sexual partner may be somebody that's missing something, and then you're missing something, but what you're missing, they got, and what they missing, you got, and then y'all connect, and boom, every level was there. Every level was there. Now y'all complete. As it says in the scriptures, becoming one flesh. All right, you're becoming one flesh. You're becoming one entity. All right? So it's important that we properly gauge ourselves. Like I say, I'm gonna say this a lot. Everything begins with self-worth. Everything begins with self-investment. Everything begins with self-development. Properly gauge yourself from where you're at before you go out there and exchange, and don't take on energy exchanges that won't better you. I don't care how fat the ass is. I don't care how good, how handsome the brother is, or whatever. If they have an energy that can break you down, don't take that on. Don't do it it's not worth the nut. Take that time and fast and pray if you got to. There's different things you can do. You can take your sexual energy and you can create great things. You can take that sexual energy and be active with in other ways to satisfy that urge and actually manifest things for yourself. Sexual energy should always manifest in abundance or in increase. When you're having sex with somebody and you're drained and you're not feeling it, or you felt good, you got the pleasure, but you feel like, man, I'm just drained. What's going on? You start seeing this going on in your life and that going on in your life. Next thing you know, you lost this, you lost that. I done been there. I done had sex with somebody, thought I was feeling good and it got done. And next thing you know, I lose this opportunity, that happened. The universe started shifting because I was exchanging with somebody who was not worthy of that exchange, who was only there to bring a detriment to me. The whole parable, the whole allegory about Adam and Eve, a lot of that has to do with sexual energy. A lot of it has to do with who we invest in, who we put in, because it says that the woman went first, but it really was on the man, and the Bible even says it was on the man. It was on the man because he didn't properly have his energy aligned. He didn't set the rules properly. He didn't set the tone properly for the commandments that was given him. So the woman had leeway to do that. She took it upon herself to do that. All right, but it was his responsibility. He wasn't aligned. He wasn't aligned. So if he was aligned and she was aligned, then they would have got together, and when they made one flesh, they would have been on the same page. But when I say he wasn't aligned, I'm not talking about him being aligned with either himself or her. I'm talking about being aligned with his destiny, with the universe. It's represented by the Most High. Being aligned with the universe. He wasn't in line, because if he was in line, he would have been able. When he exchanged with her, she would have been in line. See, we ask for submission. We ask for certain things as men, not understanding that if we are properly where we're at, they will automatically follow that energy. A woman craves to follow masculine energy, sexual masculine energy. She craves to fall in line. Women naturally want to submit. I don't care how now we got a lot of perverted situations going on now, but women for the most part naturally want to submit, want to join a man's purpose and be with the man, and let a man be inside, and let a man lead her and guide her. They naturally want that. It's just that they don't see examples of that. So naturally, they're survivalists. They mutate, or they evolve and find it. They get it. They're going to get it one way. They're either going to get it by a man give it to them, or get it within themselves. But they're going to get it one way. All right, and that's what that is. So with us as men, you have that masculine energy. They can feel that. Their pheromones can feel that. Their hormones can feel that. Then they crave you. They crave you. I see all the time within myself when I'm doing semen retention. They crave that energy. They crave that life. They can feel you have healing. They can feel you have things that is necessary for them. That you have stability. Because when you properly control that, what that shows is that you have discipline, you have control, you're a secure man. They can feel the security. You don't even need the money. They don't even care about the money. They know they feel like if you can control that, if you have that in check, then you can control anything. And women can feel that. They can sense. That's why they can sense when you're a man whore. They sense that. They either avoid you completely, or they will use that to manipulate you. They know that. They naturally have that built in. Okay? So, that being said, family, watch who we exchange with. We are who we sex. Remember that we're the sum of the environment around us. And keep balance. So with that being said, family, peace, love, life, and balance.